What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with my rookie of the month for October. I know it was a short week, a 2 week, almost 3 weeks, in a couple days event for the rookie of the year. My rookie of the month is going to be Benedict Mathurin. He had 20 points on great efficiency. Paulo was runner up at number two mainly because he averaged more points, but he was worse from the field and worse from three. But he did have a great, overall start. This is only for October. That doesn't include November 1st because that starts a new month, obviously. Other great rookies was Jaden Ivey and Keegan Murray. My rookie of the month for the Western Conference is Keegan Murray, and obviously for the Eastern Conference, Benedict for me. Um, Now to go in depth, Paulo, I love what I seen out of him. I gave a reference to him on my rundown, the aggressiveness from him. He's an attack guy. I told you he wasn't my favorite rookie because he's just not that efficient of a player. He's slow. He's not as mobile. He's not as fast when going against elite level competition compared to college and high school. It takes some adjusting. It takes some time. You can see that he's very slow with his moves, with his push shots, his hook shots. But I like his aggro mentality. They don't have a lot of score first guys on this team. A lot of these guys are passive assertive. They don't like to attack. They don't like to go get you a bucket, and having one guy that likes to embrace that, likes to have that in the back of his head, that nobody wants to shoot. I do it. I take the shot. I come at you. It becomes infectious, and I think that that's something that they missed, and that's why it made sense to take him number one because he's a legitimate 6'10", 250 guy that's a big body, big size, very physical, can bang in the paint, can hit a face up, can hit a three, can hit a mid range. I know he's not going to shoot efficiently with those shots because he's not the greatest shooter, not the greatest three-point shooter, but at least he's not shy and scared to take shots. He's a shot taker. He's high confidence. He's a shot maker, and he's also a playmaker too, giving 3.6 assists. I know he's getting 2.8 turnovers. That's not terrible for a power forward, considering that they just got Jalen Suggs back. He is getting 7.6 rebounds, two, which is solid for him. Get more rebounds than the centers on his team. 2.83 is terrible. 44% from the field is about what he did in college, so I'm not really surprised because he has better teammates that his field goal percentage would be around the same. I just hope he can continually to do it. Most rookies like him that struggle to shoot the ball usually have a rookie wall where they struggle to find out how to score. Hopefully his teammates pick him up and make his job easier as the season goes, as they supposed to grow and continue to do that throughout the season. The rookie of the month, let's get into him. I have Benedict for that. Mathurin is just a beast, and he's not even playing that many minutes compared to other rookies. Paulo is getting 33 minutes per game. Benedict Mathurin highest game was 33 minutes, and that was against Brooklyn. That was only one game that he played those amount of minutes. The last highest minutes he played was 31, and that was against Detroit. And that game he had 27. The game against Brooklyn he had 32. He's averaging 20 points. His numbers go 19, 26, 27, 17, 15, 11, 32. And then on the 31st, which is the last month, the last day of October, he averaged 16 points in that game, 50% from the field, 40% from three. This dude is an absolute electric beast. He was definitely one of my top rookies going into the draft, and he has basically proved that right. 45% from the field, 42% from three, 86% from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 20 points in 27 minutes. Just absolutely annihilating the competition. I knew he'd be a high flying, exciting scorer that can shoot, handle, and also can get to the rim and has great ability to probe. He's only 6'6", 210, but he's the perfect shooting guard for what they need down there in Indiana. This remind me of a smaller Paul George that can actually, attack the rim more. Paul George is more of a finesse player. Benedict Magner is more of an aggro, go to the basket, slice, dice, finish, slice, dice, floater, slice, dice, your stuff. He's just very mature with his handle, very mature with his IQ, and just a smart player. He's the best rookie to me in this draft, and that's why he's the rookie of the month for me when it comes to just highest ceiling. Paulo is a more guaranteed player. He has proved that so far, averaging 21 points per game and able to play 33 minutes a game literally solidly. But with the highest upside for rookie of the year is definitely going to be Benedict Mathurin for me. Next is Jaden Ivey. I love Jaden Ivey. He has been absolutely amazing. He was one of my favorite rookies going into the draft, knowing that he can be the opposite of Cade, a guy that can get out in transition, get layups, get dunks, slice, dice, get to the basket, finish with both hands, can hit a three every once in a while, shooting 35% from three, which is almost league average. He's shooting better from the field than I thought. He's just a smarter player than most people give him credit for at Purdue. He has more spacing since the Bogdanovich and Saddiq Bey trade, which allowed them to get Bogdanovich, and they already had Saddiq Bey. And then, like I said, Isaiah Stewart is a guy that sets good screens, so Ivy can get to the lane better, and he just knows how to contort his body. Just very fast, very long, very quick for the point guard position, and takes advantage of that. And I know he's never been a great playmaker, but that's going to be the biggest strength. But luckily, he has Cade Cunningham already on his team, so you don't have to rush to do that because he already has a guy that can really take care of the ball and make decisions for him. So all he has to do is play to his strengths, and that's why you see the numbers being solid for Jaden Ivey. I always had love for him in Purdue. I already had him as a top 5 pick. I just didn't know where he was going to go, and I think Detroit was the perfect spot for him because that's what they needed, was a guy that can kill you in transition. And luckily for them, he fell right to him at number 5. And he's shooting 46% from the field, 34 from 3, 69 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 2.3 turnovers, and 15 points per game. That's a solid start for a guy that people was unsure how he was going to play in the NBA because of shooting. Next, we have Jabari Smith. This is a solid role player. Like I said, I was lower on Jabari Smith coming into the draft, and this is why. 11.6 rebounds. Just a solid rookie season so far. Terrible defensively, terrible playmaker, not a great passer, not a great shooter, not a great mid-range shooter. Don't really have it all yet figured out. IQ on both ends of the court. Very lackadaisical coaching and playmaking, and they don't have a guy that can set you up in college or high school or even in the NBA. They have more of a scoring point guard, and the guy that they have there with the left hand, his name Porter Jr., Kevin Porter Jr. They have him. He's not really a playmaker or a passer. Neither is Jalen Green. Doesn't really help Jabari Smith develop his skill set, which is basically being a Trevor Ariza that's younger. He has a high upside, high ceiling, but I would just low on him just because he just reminds me of a high value role player that you can pick up with an upside to be, Andrew Wiggins type of player. That's why Andrew Wiggins isn't a perennial all-star or the greatest player. He's just a player that you rather have than not have. But then again, they already had Jalen Green and they already had Kevin Porter. They could have went for somebody else at that position and still could have got a small forward like Keegan in the draft still, or you could have just got one or traded down and got both type of players. But to me, they should have went in a different direction instead of getting Jabari. But they need better and more hard, stern coaching to me to really get the best out of Jabari Smith and this Houston Rockets team. But 11.6 rebounds just not going to cut it to me. Not the worst season, not the terrible season. Didn't think he would have one, but just didn't think he would be that great. And it ended up turning out to be true so far. But he's only 19. He's not playing the worst, but 32% from the field, 33 from 3, 88 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 1 block, 11 points. It's just not that good, honestly. Keegan Murray is my rookie of the month for the Western Conference. This overall the perfect role player. I was high on him. To me, he was the best forward in the draft. I just knew his ceiling won't be as high as Benedict. It won't be as high as a guy like Jabari. Probably won't even be as high as guys like Chet Holmgren. But he's just a perfect Trevor Ariza type of guy. More of a Robert Horry to me, which is a better version, a championship version that actually can hit the mid-range instead of just being a 3-and-D guy. He can hit a little bit of the mid-range, 49% from the field, 39% from 3, 85% from the free throw line. Just high efficiency, high value glue guy that really is rare. This is the perfect guy for a team like Houston, but instead they went with Jabari Smith. I didn't really get that, but Sacramento made the right decision in my personal opinion. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 17 points per game. This is an NBA ready player, just like Paulo. Just has a lower upside to other guys in this draft because of his size. Some of these guys are taller, some of the guys are longer. But if you wanted a guy that can come in and contribute like Sacramento, who's trying to make the playoffs currently, it makes more sense to go with a team. Go with a guy like Keegan, and he basically proved that they made the right decision right out the gate. Other than that, quick rookies, Jalen Duran. I liked him in the NBA draft as a center. He was definitely one of the better ones. Most teams not looking for centers at all, but um, it's just interesting seeing a guy like Jalen Duran in this situation where do they really need him to start is a question that I want to talk about because they do have Isaiah Stewart and they do have Marvin Bagley. I know that you rather have Bagley at the power forward position just because he is a guy that can post and can hit a little bit of a mid-range shot, and Jalen Duran is more of a rim protector. But I do like his upside as a player. He has been getting solid minutes along with guys like Jalen Williams, who has played a small amount of games, not that much either. But I do think they'll climb up this list as the best rookies when it's all said and done, just because they had, they coming in from college, they're not playing the amount of minutes, not getting the same amount of opportunities they have in adjustment periods. Jalen Williams is a guy that's getting 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist already. He only played 3 games, 58% from the field, 25 from three, 100% from the free throw line, 2.2 steal, 2.3 turnovers, 2 steals per game. Just a solid shooting guard out of Santa Clara, 6'6", 195. He was the number 12 pick. I did like him because of that. And then Jalen Duran, I really just don't know if he's going to get enough opportunity to really make a high impact with Isaiah Stewart and Marvin Bagley. But he's still going to produce. He's going to protect the rim. He's going to set screens. He's going to play hard. And Chet Holmgren, we haven't really seen much of him at all because of the injuries. I think that'll slow his start down just a little bit. But, he's going to be one of the best rookies and the best center in the draft easily. Going to be a double-double caliber guy. 15 and 10, 17 and 10, 17 and 8, 17 and 7, whatever it is, he'll be ready to go, and he's going to get a couple blocks and a couple steals. That's going to be good enough for Rookie of the Year conversation. But right now, to me, is really just Keegan, Paulo, and Benedict. Really Benedict for the Rookie of the Month, and Keegan second. Benedict has just been a beast. That guy has just been fantastic for October, and we'll see what happens in November. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. Next video will be most improved. Keep it locked. Keep watching. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis sign out on analysisplayground.com.